General Hospital. Emma helps Gio pick up the pieces after a major family secret reveal. The crisp December air was alive with the hum of tension as Emma Drake stepped off the train at Port Charles Station. Her return wasn't exactly planned, but when her parents, Patrick Drake and Robin Scorpio Drake, suggested she take some time away from school, she didn't hesitate. Port Charles was more than just a town. It was home, a place full of memories, friends, and maybe, just maybe, a chance for something new. Emma's first stop was Maxie Jones' house. The familiar scent of cinnamon and freshly brewed coffee greeted her as Maxie pulled her into a warm hug. The Drake, Scorpio, and Jones families had always been close, and Emma relished the comfort of their bond. But amidst the hugs and laughter, she noticed a young man sitting quietly by the window, staring out at the snow-covered lawn. He looked troubled, lost even. That was Gio Palmieri. A chance encounter. Gio's reputation in Port Charles preceded him. Known as the quiet, introspective newcomer, he'd been making waves not only for his good looks, but for the air of mystery surrounding him. Emma had heard about him, how he was originally linked romantically to Trina Robinson, but things hadn't quite worked out. Seeing him in person, she realized there was more to him than what the town's gossip painted. "Hi," Emma said softly, her voice carrying a warmth that broke through Gio's reverie. He turned to her, startled at first, but then his lips curved into a polite smile. "Hey," he replied, his voice low and steady. "You must be Emma." "Guilty as charged," she said with a playful grin, taking the seat across from him. "You okay? You look like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders." Gio hesitated, but something about Emma's presence felt disarming. "It's complicated," he admitted. "Family stuff." Emma nodded knowingly. "Trust me, I've been there. Sometimes it helps to talk about it." Their conversation was brief, but it left an impression on both of them. Emma's empathetic nature and Gio's quiet strength sparked a connection that neither expected. As the evening unfolded, the two found themselves drawn to each other, sharing glances and small smiles. The truth begins to unravel. Unbeknownst to Gio, his life was on the verge of a seismic shift. Lois Cerullo, his adoptive mother, had been keeping a monumental secret from him. She had orchestrated his adoption years ago, ensuring that neither Dante Falconeri nor Brooklyn Quartermain Chase knew the truth about their son. Lois's reasons were complex, rooted in a desire to protect Gio, but her decision was about to come back to haunt her. At the Quartermain mansion, Brooklyn couldn't shake the strange connection she felt with Gio. Her conversations with him were lighthearted, yet there was an inexplicable bond that seemed to pull at her heartstrings. It wasn't until Lois accidentally let slip a veiled comment that Brooklyn began to suspect the truth. "It reminds me so much of you when you were younger," Lois said, her voice tinged with emotion as she watched Gio leave the room. Brooklyn's brow furrowed. "What do you mean by that?" Lois's face paled. "Oh, nothing," she said quickly, but the damage was done. The seed of doubt had been planted. Emma and Gio grow closer. As days turned into weeks, Emma and Gio's friendship deepened. They spent hours talking about everything and nothing, finding solace in each other's company. For Gio, Emma became a beacon of stability in an increasingly chaotic world. For Emma, Gio's vulnerability and honesty were a refreshing contrast to the polished facade of Port Charles society. One evening, as they walked along the snowy paths of Port Charles Park, Gio confided in Emma. "I feel like there's something everyone's not telling me," he said, his breath visible in the chilly air. "It's like, I don't know who I really am, I think." Emma stopped, placing a hand on his arm. "You're Gio," she said firmly. "Kind, thoughtful, and strong. No matter what secrets come out, that's who you are." Her words gave him comfort, but the uncertainty lingered. The bombshell reveal. The truth finally came to light during a heated argument at the Quartermain mansion. Lois, under pressure from Brooklyn, admitted everything. Gio was her son, conceived during a teenage fling with Dante, and she had orchestrated his adoption to protect everyone involved. Gio overheard the entire conversation. Stunned, he fled the mansion, his mind racing with questions and emotions he couldn't process. The revelation shattered his perception of who he was and where he belonged. Picking up the pieces, Emma found Gio at the docks, staring out at the water. Without a word, she sat beside him, waiting for him to speak. When he finally did, his voice was thick with emotion. "Everything I thought I knew about my life was a lie." "Not everything," Emma said gently. "You still have people who care about you, who want to help you through this." Her unwavering support gave Gio the strength to face his new reality. With Emma by his side, he began to piece together the fragments of his shattered identity, finding a sense of belonging in the relationships he had built in Port Charles. A new beginning. As the dust settled, Gio and Emma's bond grew stronger. Their friendship blossomed into love, providing a foundation for Gio as he navigated the complexities of his new family dynamics. With Emma's guidance, Gio found the courage to confront Lois, Dante, and Brooklyn, forging new connections and healing old wounds. In the end, the secret that had once threatened to destroy Gio became the catalyst for his growth. With Emma by his side, he discovered not only who he was, but who he wanted to be. Together they faced the future, ready to write the next chapter of their lives in Port Charles. General Hospital spoilers: Emma helps Gio pick up the pieces after major family secret reveal. General Hospital, GH, spoilers note that a familiar character with a new face popped back up in Port Charles during the Monday, December 23rd episode, as Emma Drake returned to the canvas. Fans saw actress Braden Bruner recast in the role, and she shared scenes with Gio Palmieri, Kirsten Storm's house, and her editor Stephen Hawking, respectively. As for any follow-up events left to be written in the downfall of the canvas house, Gio was originally slated for a romance with Trina Robinson, Tabyana Ali, but it looks as if he and Emma make a better match. As a secret surrounding his parental lineage is on the cusp of being spilled, will Patrick Draken and Robin Scorpio Drakes, Kimberly McColleon and daughter, be the one to help him pick up the pieces? General Hospital spoilers: when will the truth come out? GH fans have picked up on the innuendos surrounding Gio. It's clear he's likely the long-lost son of Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamproni, and Brooklyn Quartermain Chase, Amanda Sitton. However, it doesn't seem as if BLQ has connected these dots. She probably hid her teenage pregnancy from Dante, but doesn't seem to realize that Gio is her son. At the other end of the Quartermain mansion, Lois Cerullo is clearly in the know about Gio and his adoption, and she surely orchestrated the entire thing for one reason or another. The truth is bound to come out, but how long will it take? GH spoilers: Gio Palmieri, Emma Drake fall in love first, then his world gets rocked. Emma and Gio are likely on a path toward love. It'll start with a bit of conflict, even though both seem a tad smitten, and the two could become friends, and then something more. During a recent scene, Brooklyn hinted at the fact that Gio should put himself out there more, as he was such a kind person who had a lot of love to give. The dialogue shared between the two further teased a mother-son bond, so it was an interesting watch for fans. There's a good chance Gio falls for Emma first, and then finds out the truth about his real parents after the fact. He's bound to be upset with Lois for her betrayal, so will Emma be the person who helps ground him during this shocking reveal?